Next weekend, it's going to be so nice, like 60, 65, like that. We could sit outside on the porch.
No, the lockdown.
Oh,
A lockdown is when you stay the fuck inside, not the fuck outside. Do you know what a lockdown is? When you stay the fuck inside.
we could sit outside on the porch.
The lockdown is when you stay the fuck inside, not the fuck outside.
So you plan on staying in the house till, like, June?
The fucking lockdown. You gotta stay the fuck inside. Not the fuck outside. What the fuck? Do you hear the news? A lockdown is not when you stay the fuck outside. It should be the outdown, not the lockdown. Fucking lockdown inside. The fuck inside. Not the fuck going out to parties in the casino.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up right here on GubsRadio.com, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Boxcast. And like my good friend Ken Pichelle always says, we on TV! And yes, indeed we are, folks. I am your host, Don Sill, and we got another fun show for you today. A lot of surprises, a lot of fun. We got comedian and rapper, freestyle rapper, Chris Turner on the show. But right now, let's get right to it with my good buddy, Benny Rizzuti. Benny, how you doing, pal?
I'm on TV. I'm doing good. I had a good week. I love the weather that we're getting here on Long Island. You know, I love like in between spring and summer.
Yeah.
You know? It's like Sprummer. Sprummer.
Sprummer has been fantastic. You know, the days have just been gorgeous, and you don't want to waste any day.
No, not a lot of humidity, because then, you know, around August it becomes so humid you can't even appreciate the daylight.
Exactly, man. It's just nice to this is a great time of year when everything is just great, and the weather is beautiful. It's Father's Day weekend, and you know, people should just get out, barbecue, go to the beach, go to have some fun this weekend. Have some fun, and you know, and all the dads out there, man, you deserve it. You've been. Yeah, it's been
all you cool dads. Yeah, all the cool dads deserve it. All you cool dads. The deadbeat dads, you could kiss a baboon's buttocks, all right?
Because the old saying is anybody can be a father, but it takes somebody special to be a dad.
And that's what we are, buddy. We're special. Right. I'm special. I'm a special dad.
It's a dad joke. A real bad joke.
Benny, comedy is back officially on Long Island. Governor's Comedy Club, this opened up this weekend. They had a show on Thursday, a show yesterday, and I think they have another one tonight. It's an outdoor on the patio, and your good buddy and mine, Joey Cola, blessed the stage on Thursday night and opened it up. Was the first performer on the Governor's patio. Man, what do you think, bud?
I think it's awesome. They're working things out. They're trying to figure. They have I saw one picture where Joey's on stage, and I saw there's like a tarp overhead, and there's fence, and it's round tables. So, and you have to you can make a reservation, but it has to be for 4 to 6 people.
Right.
So
yeah.
This way they can have a party of 4 at the table. This way you're not sitting with strangers. I get it.
Right. Yeah.
And you know, I'm excited about it. I think it's great. A few other friends of ours were there, and I think performed as well.
So, yeah, I know Mike Keegan was there, Carla Okerson. You know, a lot of people have been on the show.
Kevin Downey
Jr., Jessica Colazzo was there.
Right.
Michelle Fox, I think, was the MC.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that Mario.
Yeah, they put on a great show, you know, and I get it. You know, they're feeling their way. We're all walking blind through this, really.
And
As
I think,
you said earlier, that
yeah.
we don't know. They tell us one thing, they tell us something. So and I'm sure they sanitize where they are. They're located by the kitchen, and I wish them the best of luck because I
Yeah,
love
and they
Governor's
said
Comedy
that
Club.
even COVID, no COVID, they're going to keep the patio. It's a permanent structure out there. That they'll keep that going all year. So they got 3 stages inside that building. They'll have the patio, the main stage, and then the little room. And then of course they got the brokerage and McGuire. So they got 5 stages right now of comedy epicness right there going on.
Yeah,
So
no,
it's fantastic.
I'm very excited about it.
I'm
I am.
psyched
I'm
too.
feeling, I'm
I know.
missing my comedy entertainment and I'm missing my summer outdoor concerts. I'm
Yes,
missing
yes.
both of them.
And everything's
You
going to be
know?
coming back, I think, man. I'm pretty sure it seems like it. We just got to see what happens now, if the numbers spike up with this COVID or if they go away or how this whole thing shakes out. But one thing's for sure, right now we got to enjoy it while it's while we're back open. Everybody get out, see some comedy, get to the
Yeah,
restaurants, have some fun while you can because you don't know
right.
what tomorrow's going to bring.
Restaurants
Every
are open.
week. Guess what's coming up next, Benny?
Hey, Don, what's coming up next?
Professor Fedora has another top 5 for us, and these are the top 5 things he's learned this week. So check it
Wow, I
out.
live for these.
Once hello, Professor Fedora again, on the top 5 things I recently learned about that happened this week. Once number 5. Once there's a new show on Gov's Radio called Ageless Adventures with Jen and Marla. You've got to check out that show.
It is resistance to love each other, ladies. We gotta be there.
Warts, wrinkles, and all.
Pussy, pimples, and all. Talk about it. Put a salve on it.
Once number 4. Once I've gone ahead and I learned to do a little impression of Mr. Chris D'Elia. Sorry about that. Once number 3. Once I am thinking about buying a timeshare in that new country, Chaz?
See you, baby. This must be just like living in paradise. Paradise.
Once number 2. They're very, very getting hard on the Aunt Jemima. What about her poor husband, Uncle Ben?
Uncle Ben? Uncle Ben? Over here, Uncle Ben.
Once number 1. I found this new website. I don't know if you've heard it, but it's called Karens.com. I can't wait to get on it.
Like, I can tell you right now, I wasn't getting enough oxygen, and I just had on one of these little stupid things. I feel dizzy. My hands are kind of tingly. My heart is beating fast. So some of it's an emotional reaction, but some of it's a physical reaction.
Hey, this is the Great Goonin saying you're watching Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up with Don Sill on Gov's Radio.
Yeah!
Hey guys, man, I'm really happy I got you guys together for the Zoom meet tonight. Thank you.
Hey, man, we appreciate you, Joey.
Thank you, man. Remember last week I told you guys about a movie, the movie deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I got good news and I got bad news. Okay, I got really good news and I got bad news.
Well, what's the bad news? Because we want to hear that first.
All right, so Jeff, I spoke with Gary Busey, and he said he'd rather ride a motorcycle without a helmet than play you in a movie.
Wow.
Man, that's cold.
Sorry, man. And Benny, Brad Pitt said that he would rather.
Forget it. I don't care what Brad Pitt. I would rather bang Jennifer Aniston and stay with her than go with Angelina Jolie. So you know what? I have no respect for a man who would live with Angelina Jolie anyway. So I'm sorry you even brought him up. All right, I'm a Jennifer Aniston guy. Screw Brad Pitt.
I'm happy.
Bungoo Brad Pitt.
All right. What's the good news, Joey? What's the good news?
The good news is awesome news, okay? I got Jean-Claude Van Damme. Don't get any bigger than that, boys. And he wants to work with us. Okay?
What is this, 1995?
Come on, Jeff. You kidding me? You know who he is?
I love him. I love the guy. Bloodsport.
Yes.
He did the Universal Soldier movies, Time Cop.
Double Team.
Oh, come on.
Oh, double team.
Jean-Claude
It's
is
not double
awesome.
team. It's double impact.
It doesn't get any bigger than
bet it
Jean-Claude
is.
Van Damme. It doesn't get any bigger than that, guys, okay? Screw Jack Black. Screw the other guys, man. They didn't want to work with us, but we got Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
Huge, guys. Man, don't get bigger than that.
I agree, Joey. I think this is huge. I give you a lot of credit for getting Jean-Claude Van Damme, the legend, in our PUSUSU movie premiere. This is big. This is huge. So we got a lot of planning to do. There's so much that goes into making the movie. When does he want to get together and go over some stuff?
That's the thing, boys. He wants to start working with us tomorrow. You know,
Tomorrow.
ASAP, yes. So I know it's short notice, but tomorrow. I told him already. You guys are all in. Call in sick. Do what you got to do. I made a decision for you guys, man. It doesn't get it.
Short notice.
It doesn't. Eddie, come on.
I love the guy. Just to meet him, maybe you think he'll sign my copy of
You're
Kung
gonna be
Fu
in a
Panda
movie
2?
You're gonna be in a movie with the guy, man. Talk to him yourself.
I just
Just to meet the guy. Yeah, I think it's great.
I just have one thing to say about all of this, and that's Van Damme.
Hey, Gene, what's up, man? Listen, thanks for having us at your house today. We really appreciate it a lot, you know? I want you to meet my friends. This is Don.
Hey, Jean-Claude. Nice to meet you.
And this is Jeff.
Hi, Jean-Claude.
And I think you already know Benny.
This guy's a joke thief. He stole my whole bit. You remember my bit? You remember, right? You remember my bit? The samurai gynecologist bit? You remember that? The punchline? Do you like sushi? He stole the whole friggin' bit, this guy. He's a joke thief.
Is that true, Jean-Claude? Huh? Is that true? Did you steal Benny's joke?
Oh, come on, Gene. Come on, man. Let's be honest. I heard you say that on stage a couple of times, man.
No.
Oh, really? I'm about to give this guy a fresh snack. I can feel it. Listen, Jean-Claude. Just admit that you stole Benny's joke, and you'll never do it again.
Not on your life.
That's it. That's it. I've had it with this friggin' phony bastard. You're Arnold Schwarzenegger's clone. They cloned you from the head of Arnold Schwarzenegger's penis. You couldn't make the Arnold Schwarzenegger's ball bag. All right? How dare you steal? You don't go into a comedy club and steal material, all right? We all write our own jokes. You're a friggin' I've had it with this guy. I am gonna kick his steroid-induced muscular ass.
You and what army?
That's not cool, man. That is not cool.
Whoa, hey, whoa. Put down the gun now. Chill. What is that, AK-47? Put that down now, Jean-Claude. Holy God! Holy shit! Stand down,
Do you like sushi?
Yes.
That is awesome. That's amazing.
That is the PUSUSU movie premiere. It was special thanks to Joey Petroni, Jeff Bosey, Benny Rizzuti.
And Don Sill, baby.
Yes. That was fun. And we made that movie, that short film, in 4 different locations. We all are on quarantine. We all had to be separated. So we shot our scenes and had to put it together in the magic of movie magic. And and that was what happened. That was fun, man.
Yeah, that was so much fun. I'm having so much fun doing those movies.
Yeah,
I am. Now we've evolved. We're evolving now. We're evolving from where it was just a clip from the movie David and Lisa when I didn't touch a guy to then
right.
to then you took a movie and a cool scene and we got Kate Hester in that one.
Yep.
And you and me, and that was fun. And now we've evolved. Now we're a movie. Now we made a major motion picture. Mini major motion picture.
It's a mini movie. And again, everyone, if you want to see the movie again, it's going to be available on YouTube, on our YouTube page, Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, watch the movie, watch all of our videos. We have all kinds of stuff up there that you may not have seen.
A lot of great surprises.
Yeah, so go to our YouTube page, just Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up on YouTube. The link will be in the chat, and let us know what you're thinking in the chat, as well as me and Benny are both watching and mixing it up with you guys right now as we speak. So that's cool. So that was a lot of fun, Benny. You were hilarious in that one, man. You
thank you.
Your disdain, your disdain. And your rant against Jean-Claude Van Damme was it was just so good, man.
Thank you, because you and I have been doing this stuff. We took a big break in between. We were still doing stuff, but not together, because you were down south and I was still on this friggin' crummy island. So, but you like back 20 years ago, you would like to bring the angry out in me. I remember one time I was before I became a regular on the radio show. You're like, Benny, would you like to play an angry guy? Could you be an angry guy for us and just improv it?
I remember that, yeah.
And we're entertained. We even called him the angry guy.
The angry guy, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
And he was kind of a Joe Pesci type of, and we're talking about 5 o'clock in the morning, people. All right,
yeah, it was an early show. Yeah,
early show, and you used to love to get me. And then now we're back together, and we're doing a game show, and I said I wanted to bring my character Alfredo Gagoots, and you were like, "Well, how about if Alfredo Gagoots does a roast battle and insults people?" And all of a sudden. And it comes to me. I don't know. You say to me, Benny, can you do this? And I'm like, yeah, Don, I'll try. And I don't know. You bring some kind of comedy anger out of me. I don't know.
You knock it out of the park, man.
So I want to ask you this question: is it better to be loved or feared?
That's a good question.
I don't care about that right now. All we need to do is laugh. So make sure that you watch Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up right here on GubsRadio.com.
How many times do I have to tell you? People don't respect him. They fear him. There's a big difference. You want to be somebody? Be somebody who works for a living and takes care of his family.
We on TV.
The problem, there's a mistake. If the smell's so bad, add a urinal cake. If you don't have one, go and collect. You need to put it in, cause it refreshes the scent. You need to make sure it doesn't stink. And if you have no urinal, just piss in the sink.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and our first guest today is a hilarious comedian and freestyle rapper who can go off the dome with some hilarious rhymes. Just like no other comedian or rapper around. He's fly like that. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from California, Chris Turner. Chris, how you doing, man?
Hello there. I should immediately point out that although I am all the way from California, my hometown is Manchester, England, hence me sounding not from there. And I'm currently coming to you live from, I'll try and show, I don't know if the exposure is going to work. Lovely
Wow.
Colorado.
Oh, wow. So you're in Colorado right now. You're not even
Yeah,
in. Wow.
No, I'm in the Rocky Mountains. I left because coronavirus shut down the city. So I left legally to come here instead, which is a very nice position to be in.
Yeah. So, because I know that you're an English-born comedian. You kind of started there. Then you came to the States and you've been doing your thing and really kind of blowing up and making a lot of headway in LA and all over the internet with your kind of freestyle rhymes comedy. But you're originally like a comedian at heart, right? You started as a stand-up.
Well, I am still a comedian. My one-man shows are comedy shows. It's only with my latest tour show that is musical comedy. I am a comedian. It's purely because hardly anyone does comedic freestyle rap, right? So I just kind of push that because, like, well, I can then be the best at that. I'm not going to be the best comedian, right? There's too many amazing comedians and I'm not good enough. Whereas I can be the best comedian who freestyle raps. And that way you become at least the best of something.
Yeah, I like to be the best. I'm in Benihana, a sharp knife chef. You can see me chopping up the meat. I got thrills when I flipped it on the blade like a pancake grill.
You might be the only freestyle rapping comedian that I know of. Is there a competition? Is there a rap battle that's going to ensue?
I don't think there's going to be any battles. There's a few comics that do freestyle rap, but I think fewer. I don't know how many of them spend that much time doing stand-up. Like a lot of them are just a comedian who freestyle raps. Whereas, yeah, like the whole point of a comedy show is it's comedy. So I am a stand-up, and then at the end of my sets, I'm like, oh, by the way, freestyle. Everyone goes, what? So yeah, I'm not sure there's other people that I'm aware of that do that kind of balance.
What's also great and unique about you too, besides the fact that you are a comedian rapper, but also you're kind of like, you ever see White Man Can't Jump, the movie?
Yo, you remind me of one of them dudes from the Brady Bunch, right? Doesn't it look like one of them motherfuckers from the Brady Bunch? You look like the girl Cindy. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, because you're like, you don't look the part, right? Like Woody Harrelson didn't look like a basketball player, but then so people would challenge him and then he would show his stuff and he was really good and he was able to do all kinds of things. So that's why I make the comparison, because you don't, people might not look at you and think that dude must be a rapper.
I'm a posh sounding white boy. That's the assumption, which I benefit from, so I have to acknowledge it. That I've done shows where I walk on and I benefited from it in both ways. Like there are audiences that have no interest in hip hop who will accept me because I am the acceptable face of hip hop, which is because audiences and people are racist. And then there's the flip side, which is I did a show at the Masonic Hall in Detroit in October for 2,000 people. And I was on after Kevin Durant and before Quavo from Migos.
Wow.
At this big kind of conference. And the audience was predominantly black. And I was introduced as a rapper. And so everyone's waiting for Quavo anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your host for today, renowned for his lightning speed improvised raps, which have catapulted him to the top of the international hip-hop scene. Please welcome to the stage one of the UK's finest freestyle rappers, Chris Turner.
And so I come on wearing a suit because it was a conference. I dressed like in my conference clothes. And I was introduced by like the CEO. So I was like, this is super profesh. And I walk out and you see the crowd just go, oh no. Oh no. And then I had such a delightful time because as soon as I was like, I did a couple of jokes and people were like, oh, okay, this guy's funny. I took some suggestions and people would give me like some pretty tough suggestions. And then the beat drops and I start rapping and you just see the audience go, oh no, he's serious. That's cool. And then at the end of the rap, it was just like people went crazy. And I was like, I think I do another rap. And people were like, yeah, do another rap. And I did that. And then I had a delightful time.
I'm like, why? No pugs in this club? I'm like, I thought it was no drugs in this club. It doesn't make sense. Keep up the pretense. I just put it under my armpit, hence.
During that time, because Quavo's people were backstage, and someone was like, hey, can we put some like Quavo on in the auditorium? And the guy's like, yeah, it's just that we've got someone on stage at the moment. They're like, no, you just got rap playing. And they're like, no, that's a guy on stage rapping now.
That's awesome.
And he told me that this entourage kind of came out, looked to the side of the stage, and were like, no way. Huh. Then came back.
That's great, man. That gets you some street cred in Atlanta right there. If you get Quavo to get his attention, that's pretty awesome.
Maybe I just go for a very brief period. The next thing, I like the blue period of Van Gogh and then Picasso. We're going in the France, but he's from Spain, don't you know? You can go to Nice, it's kind of on the border. Go and see all of his paintings in order. His main museum, when he was like 13, he was a good portrait artist, so keen. But then the next room, he starts fucking shit up, and all of the guys, they're like, oh, our eyes lit up. We love Pablo, we think he is the best. Why does he always wearing photos, the black and white striped vest, saying, oh, look at me, I'm a French, but not as good as Dali. I know he's...
You are a phenomenal freestyle rapper, and you're very knowledgeable of the subjects that get randomly thrown at you. That blows my mind, too. It blows my mind that you were able to remember all the topics in general and work them into a kind of a story. But then the fact that you're so educated on all these like random topics, so like, how educated are you? Like, did you go to like Yale or something? Harvard?
I went one better. I went to Oxford University. So
Nice.
yeah, very, very educationally privileged. I went to a very normal, not very good primary school. So that's the first school you go to from age 5 to 11 in the UK. Like no one from there had ever gone on. There was one person who'd gone on to the next school that I went to, which was like one of the best kind of all boys schools in the country. So I went there, and I'm very lucky because like my parents, like, kind of lower middle class family, they, it cost money to send me to that school. And basically you take the exam, and then if you pass the exam, it's like, cool, you can come, but you have to pay this much money a year.
Right.
So they paid for me to go there, which was wonderful. Yeah. So I went to that university, and then that's where I started doing comedy as well. And Oxford and Cambridge in the UK have a big history of putting out like legendary comedians, not to call myself that, but Monty Python are from Oxford and Cambridge. I got into comedy there, doing improv and doing sketch, and then started doing stand-up because I was like, well, why not do the one where it's the most selfish? When you're 19, you think you're hilarious. So it's like, well, it should just be me on stage, right? Telling jokes.
So I'm Chris. I'm 28. I've never had a beard. So you win. I can't grow a beard. I don't have a chin. That is that's
all those things that you've learned along the way, and that education definitely contributes itself to what you do. And do you have like a photographic memory, or like?
It's a really common question I get asked, and I don't. I think I have a really strange memory, and I don't know how it could ever be explained or kind of examined. I, for some reason, when I hear like a word, I can suddenly think of, or anything I've heard about that word or thing I kind of know. But it mostly happens in freestyle because when I'm rapping, I'm in a flow state, which means I'm not thinking consciously. And if you're consciously trying to be like, oh, what was that? What was that phone number? When you get to the phone and you try, I mean, this is so old fashioned, but like,
right.
If you say, I'm going to call my dad, I can just muscle memory, press the number into my phone. If I go, what's my dad's number? Then you can't actually, it's harder to think of it sometimes. And when you're trying to think, what was my PIN? Whereas actually all you need to do is just remember the motions of your fingers.
Right.
I kind of compare it to that because in a flow state, I can access all these things. So I'll come up with things that I didn't even know I knew.
probably, sick in the head. And let me tell you, if you wipe and the paper is red, it could be a yeast infection or an STI. I don't know. You should just blame this guy. Horrible. The one that I like the least. Why would you want to freestyle about yeast? It doesn't make sense. You're sick in the head. It's like a genital that looks like bread.
An example I give is a corporate gig for an oil company, and someone said hexavalent chromium. They want me to rap about that. Right. And I was like, and my usual thing, if I don't know what something is, I go, obviously I know what that is, but for the benefit of everyone else here, could you explain it? And it gets a laugh and they explain. But everyone at this oil company was like, no, we know what it is, because they're all in the business. They know
Right.
it's this chemical. So I'm like, oh, balls. So I thought I was just going to rap about how I didn't know what it was and how it was confusing and how it was mean. They were picking on me. But
Right.
as the beat dropped and I started rapping, my brain was just like, hey, Chris, hexavalent chromium is the chemical in Erin Brockovich.
And you say that this stuff, this hexavalent chromium, well, it's poisonous.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's the thing that's leaching into the water in Erin Brockovich. And so with that, I then rap about that. I rap about Erin Brockovich. I rap about Steven Soderbergh. I rap about Julia Roberts. And suddenly they're like, how did you know this?
You
And I'm
just
like,
blew their
"Ah,
minds.
I can rap about anything, hopefully." Like, you just put your brain in a panic mode, and it's like this kind of like arcade claw that just goes, hey, look, I got you this. There you go. And I'm like, whoa, thanks. I didn't know that I knew this about Marie Antoinette.
Right. That's pretty cool that you're able to open up that kind of those floodgates. And I don't think many of us have that kind of control over that flow, as you say. Like, you know, I'm from New York, right? I grew up in Long Island. I don't know how much you know hip hop, but I grew up with like EPMD, went to high school with them, and Craig Mack and those guys.
Listen when I tell you, boy, you got to shit out.
And so of course I had a rap group and I used to rap, but yeah, I can never freestyle. I was never good at it.
MC survive your man to eternity. Show you the man that I can be. Give me a chance. The song will make you dance. Feel my love as we romance.
But that's why I enjoy when I see you. I really admire it and I'm always blown away by what you know when you're able to pull things like that out of your hat. So that's pretty cool.
Moving to Japan from the island of Korea. Over there, they be working hard like a steam piston. But back in the day, they had the feudal system. Samurais walking around with a big sword, that's katana, and they bow down to their lords.
Now, where do you see yourself? I know you said you feel like more of a comedian, but in terms of hip hop, do you feel like you're a rapper or you feel like you're an MC?
I think this is not to compare my talent to this level, but no one would say Bo Burnham is a rapper.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout, sing it, tip me over and let's go.
Bo Burnham is a comedian. He's a musical comedian, and now, you know, a brilliant director and writer. But if you saw one of his shows, it's like, well, no, he's not a rapper, but he does for me, very funny, very humorous and witty and smart raps. And like, I kind of look at it that way. Like, I don't have anywhere near the level of flow or wordplay or even written rap ability that so many rappers have, because I don't know. I didn't, like, when I was like a kid starting to listen to hip hop, I was like, oh, I want to be a rapper. Like, I was listening to Eminem and I was like, I want to be like him, because for me, it was really smart.
Yet there are some women who say that they're not down with it. So to them I say, if you are anti-oral, you are anti-American.
And that my favorite hip hop is like, you know, like, I love MF Doom because his lyrics are just so like funny and clever and smart.
Yeah, you who hear the most grimy suggestions for brothers with fly names and ID questions.
And I love that about Eminem. Early Eminem, like now it doesn't do anything for me because now it's kind of morphed into this. Look how fast I can rap.
You assuming I'm a human, what I gotta do to get it through to you, I'm superhuman.
And you're like, oh, that's cool. Well done. You have control over that muscle, but it was cool when essentially your songs were just one big joke for me, because I'm a comedian. I like comedy. So, and I loved, like, in the same way I love one-liner comedians, I love rappers who can just, you know, put punchlines in. That's not to say I like battle rap. Yeah, exactly. But like battle rap, when it is just punchlines, I'm like, ugh, this is just too mean.
I broke up with my ex-girl. Here's a number.
What's that shit say?
Psych! That's the wrong number!
Like, I really, I feel so such little delight watching battle rap. People are always like, you should battle. I'm like, I don't like it. It's mean. Why would you watch that meanness?
I got Glocks, I got Glocks. I got Glocks, I got Glocks. I bust shots, I bust shots. I bust shots, I bust shots. Pop, pop, pop. Oh, goes the weasel. I'm hotter than a beetle.
It's like
It
when
is
people go,
mean.
comedian destroys heckler. I'm like, yeah, because the heckler deserved it. That's funny. When it's like a battle, like, hey, we turned up at the same time and place. We're both being professional, and now let's call each other an idiot in multiple ways. What? That's so silly.
Bam boom, bada bam boom bop. Ooh, hot boom. What? Bam, hold on. Kablam!
What? Grenade.
So, I definitely don't see myself in a rap sense of being a rapper. I don't intend to have a rap music career. All the rap songs I write are funny. Like my tour show currently has written songs in, but they're all comedy songs because it's a comedy show.
Right.
And yeah, that's not, I'm a comedian, so I have no intent on treading on toes or anything. I would say this is again not a good comparison. Lil Dicky, like a lot of his stuff, like when he kind of blew up, like those songs are really funny, but they're also just technically really good rap songs. Like he raps really well.
Rap gang got it all wrong. We ain't about to go spend money just to flex on them.
Yeah.
And I like that. And that's, I think, because you're like, oh, he wants to be a rapper. Like he does. He doesn't want to be a stand-up comedian because he's not doing stand-up comedy. Like, I mean, his TV show is meant to be very funny. I haven't been able to watch it, but like, I don't know how much input he has in writing that, but yeah, he's not a stand-up comedian. He's a rapper who does funny raps.
Right.
And
Started
so
off
I think
with
that,
like kind of
so I
like
think
almost
that's-
parodies, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Which like takes like a level of, smarts and stuff. And he's clearly super clever and super talented with his writing. But yeah, I am a comedian who raps. I'm not a rapper who does comedy. I think that's the easiest way to put it.
Around, I won't get hired by that. Next in, I'm going over there, Washington. If you're from Houston, I'm aware that you're winning. You came back from 2-0 down. It was amazing, you're the talk of this town. Let's go Astros, screw the other guys. I don't know what the team's called. To your surprise, why?
It's weird that kind of divide between like, I think people think because you're a good freestyler, they think you can be a good written rapper. And I don't think that matches up to me. It's completely different skills. And it's the reason why very few rappers today can freestyle improv, right? Because why would they need to?
Right.
Like what you'd much rather listen to a catchy song that's had work put into it written. Like a freestyle is not really listenable, and a freestyle is at its most powerful when it's in the moment, because it is an ephemeral art form. It's like it's literally there and then it's gone. And I think it's why if you watch, like, I mean, that's improv, right? Recorded improv sucks compared to live improv. In the same way stand-up sucks compared to like recorded stand-up, but there's that difference because it's a performance, whereas I don't know, this is very hard for me to kind of pass in my head, but yeah, like stand-up specials work better than recorded improv because a lot of improv is about the danger that exists in will it go wrong, and by putting it on record, clearly it went right.
Right.
So whereas stand-up, it's like, well, yeah, you had time to rehearse and practice this.
Right, exactly. And with the stand-up too, you could say that in some regard you get the same show every night, where with what you're doing, it's completely different every night. You don't know what's going to happen. That's with all improv, and especially when you're going off the dome, off the top of your head, taking, people trying to stump you essentially by throwing big things at you, big, and that's, to me, like I said, it was always the wow is like you pull it off and you tie them in, and in the moment, off the top of your head.
If you travel 1800s, take care. If you're not British and white, they will look at you and say, why do you not have a nice buckle shoe? You need to buck up your ideas, kid. You've got shit hair. Take a powdered wig.
Now this is the moment I think everybody's kind of been waiting for, watching this. And this is when we would like, we have some things for you.
Cool.
My co-host, Benny, obviously we're all filming this from our houses right now because of the quarantine, but Benny, earlier I spoke with him and he gave me a few things for you to rap about. We're going to give you some these topics, And I'll explain you the topics because some of them might need explanation, okay? So on this episode of this show, we debuted a short film that includes Jean-Claude Van Damme in it, and where he's a joke thief. So we get even with Jean-Claude because he's a joke thief. So one of the things is Jean-Claude Van Damme is a joke thief. The other one is just living in Chaz, life in Chaz. Then our show is called Put Up, Shut Up, or Stand Up. For short, we call it PUSUSU. And we also have Lilo Brancato, who was in A Bronx Tale, was on. I had a little bit on the show earlier, and he has the line, "Is it better to be loved or feared?" So we wanted to know, PUSUSU, is it better loved or feared? And then the final one, again, I don't know if these are too many, but Elephant in a Thong, and that was Benny Rizzuti. My co-host had that one. So,
Great. Well, let me note these down so I don't want to miss any of these out for you guys, and I'll record the audio from my end in case there's any kind of cutouts.
Oh,
so
perfect.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, joke thief. I like that.
Yep.
We got, was it Living in Chaz?
Yeah, Living in Chaz.
Okay. PUSUSU. Is it better to be loved or feared?
Yep.
An Elephant in a Thong. Okay, cool.
All right.
We can do this. Well, I'm gonna make it so I can share my audio with you so you can hear me.
This is Chris Turner, ladies and gentlemen. He's getting ready to do this. This is going to be pretty cool.
Well, I hope you enjoy it. Let's drop that beat. And this is by a producer called Bakery Beats, who is a Dutch producer that I like a lot. So shout out to Bakery.
Bakery Beats.
Let's do this. Nice.
I'd get annoyed with him, get into a tussle. When I'm encountering the muscles from bustles, I tell him, Jean-Claude from Belgium, Van Damme, man, yeah. What are you hanging round the comedy club with the notebook? Comes up to me, catching with the left hook and the right hook, uppercut, then a roundhouse. I say, keep your gags out of your mouth, these are mine. You can't steal it, joke theft is a crime. What are you, man? Yeah, do that time. And then I cast him with the steely gaze, a mean look, cause he's acting like Dane Cook. Hey, did you know stealing the jokes and the laughs? If I'm in Seattle, I'm living in Chaz. I be living in large, I be getting the thrill. Autonomous zone upon Capitol Hill. Got a green sign and they spray paint. What's the life like there? Well, it ain't fresh. Everybody got BO, cause there's no shower when you visit. So when you go, you gotta stay the night, take a baby wipe. I'm not saying that Chaz is wrong or right, but Trump getting angry, sending out the tweets, saying Jay Inslee cleared those streets. Governor and mayor, you must not care, seeing everybody with all of the rabble round there. Let me say this, I give it to you. It's a weird acronym, PUSUSU, that's official. It's an acronym and not an initial. Illism, cause you can pronounce it. I wish all of the questions from the Bronx Tale flushed to my brain and came without fail. It's a quandary when push comes to shove. Is it better to be feared or loved? Because love means in French amour. You got a friend standing by you, they never implore you to leave. They be giving you their whole heart. But if you're scared like a man after dark, maybe a creepy guy with a beard, maybe like in Chaz, I consider myself feared. I've displayed raps like Chaz and Dave. They're a British comedy duo back in the day, did songs. I know that makes no sense to you. It's a weird little quote and we'll get into the last thing. Hey, is it gay if I'm attracted to a male animal that's grey with a big thong going up his butt crack? I see an elephant, you know I'm gonna tap that. I walk over, I say, come on here, come have a date with me. You got nice big ears, African or Indian, I can't count the difference. Different area, yeah, they tell the kids it's gotta wear that underwear and chase with the G-string when it's under there. And so I pull up Yeah, elephant scared of ant feet and mouth. Yeah, I pull up its panties, I give it a wedgie. The elephant's trunk goes around, he's still chiseled like a hunk. He drops a big elephant dung and it stung out the place. But because of the thong, it bifurcated, cut the shit in two, and now it's plopped down there, and I'm at the zoo. And all the zookeepers, they take me away, cause I fiddled with too many elephants today.
Yes, dude, you are the man, bro. Wow. Chris Turner, ladies and gentlemen, he just showed us firsthand how he gets down. That was insane.
Thank you. It's very silly. It's a very silly talent to have. It's also fun. I usually do them standing up, and I kind of like G myself up front. I'm just lounging on a couch, so it had a more. There were like 5 words I mispronounced in it, and I was like, oh, I guess rapping at 7,500 feet in the air just slows your brain down a bit. But I'd say the highlight was referencing Chaz and Dave, who were in the 80s. They were like a British kind of novelty song band.
And the word has many meanings, listen here and you'll agree. If you say you've dropped a bollock, then you've mapped it up, you see. If you give someone a bollocking, then you've really told them off. And you know you've had a good giggle when you've laughed your bollocks off. 1, 2, 3!
You are awesome, man. So where could everybody find you and follow you and all that good stuff?
So the most important place is my YouTube, which if you just search Chris Turner or Chris Turner rap or comedy, then that'll come up. And I put new videos out every Wednesday. So there's about 65 freestyle raps on there that you should go and check out. I mean, not all of them. Just go and look at some recent ones.
They get addictive, though. You'll start watching them all.
They do. Yeah, you do get into a loop. I do that. The playlist that has all of them on is called Warning, This Will Waste Valuable Hours of Your Precious Life. And then I have Instagram, Chris Turner Comedy. And then the main thing is the other thing is I do personalized freestyle raps through a service called Cameo. So if you go to Cameo and look for Chris Turner, you can buy customized freestyle raps from me. I believe today they'll be seeing this is Saturday. I'm currently doing 24-hour turnarounds for Father's Day gifts. So if you need a last-minute gift for Father's Day, come at me. They are available on there. And then I also, I mean, I've never been to Long Island before, but I'm in New York City frequently at the Comedy Cellar.
Awesome.
So that's a place people can see me occasionally when I get over there, when we're allowed to perform again, which will be 2022, I think. So
well, next time you're in New York, next time you're in New York, definitely let us know, and we'll get you over at Governor's Comedy Club on Long Island.
That would be lovely. I would love to visit.
Yeah, it would be great to see you in person and watch you rock it, because I've seen you like in some of the videos. You're in the streets, kind of serenading people with your raps. You got the guy at the violin, and you're doing all this great stuff out there, man. And God bless you, man. You're rocking it.
Thank you, Don. Well, it's a joy to be able to do it as a job. Really, I think the pandemic, one, you know, being like how precarious everything is, but two, stopping doing comedy for a while, you realize how lucky we are to be able to get on stage and make people laugh. And you learn that actually, or at least this is for me, performing is not the thing that I love, because I can still perform, I can still do virtual gigs. What we love as comics is the looking out in the audience and seeing a person who's losing it because they're like, yes, that's exactly how I feel. Right. And I really do miss that, because it's not the same on Zoom. It's really not.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, hopefully it will be back soon, and I'll be in Long Island ordering an iced tea. That's what you drink over there, isn't it? It's what you solely subsist on.
All of us just drink Long Island iced teas all the time.
It explains a lot about your general demeanor. It's just permanently sloshed.
Yeah, exactly. We're just all walking around shit-faced all the time. But again, man, I do appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, and definitely the freestyle rap that you just did for us blows my mind. You are incredible. I want more people to know about you, man. I know you're blowing up, and this is terrific, man. So just don't forget us when you take off and you're like in movies and stuff.
I think it's very unlikely. I have that memory. I'll just drop a beat and I'll be like, oh yeah, Long Island people.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, thank you so much, my friend.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
Don. You too.
Another one.
See the people walking down the street, earbuds in, you know they're listening to Gov's Comedy Club Radio. Oh, but why just audio? Cause we on TV, we on TV, we on TV. Yeah, we on TV. We on TV.
You know what? There's been a lot of things brought to light in the last few weeks, things that we have always known about, but now are like being addressed face front and fast. Like, for instance, them taking away or changing, Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben, and all those types of symbols that kind of reflect,
And we didn't think of it. They don't realize that we, if I got Uncle Ben's rice or cream of wheat, which I
Right.
eat cream of wheat, I wasn't thinking of, that this person might have been a slave or, had a really hard life or anything. But I do feel that it's only fair that because Aunt Jemima was for 130 years that name brand was around. So I think that for the next 130 years, it's only fair that Betty Crocker be known as Betty Cracker.
And this is what we're so excited about, my new marble cake mix.
We know what this country was based on, but we want to be better. We've always tried to make it better. And I think now, I hope this is a wake-up call.
It leaves a lot of discussion, though, like with the statues, right? Like Christopher Columbus or any of the guys that were, part of the Confederacy and those types of things. Now, again, those, the Confederate guys were an ugly part of our history in a way, Civil War. But do we erase history? As an Italian-American, Benny, they're defacing Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus was an Italian hero most of my life growing up, and then the last few years he's become this villain that it's come out in history that he's killed people. I think he owned slaves. I don't know.
Yeah, there's rape. There's all the crimes you could think of. They came to this country and they did. And the stupid bastard was looking for India. He didn't even realize where the hell he was.
Yeah, so
Right?
he was
That's
the
how
first.
the Indians got his name. Yeah, we're in India. You stupid bastard.
He was the first crime boss.
Yeah.
So what do you think about his statue being torn down?
You know what? Only if they replace it, because us Italians, we don't have any holidays. Right? Christopher Columbus Day. Give us another. Make it Dom DeLuise Day. Put a picture of Dom DeLuise up there.
You're fine with getting rid of Columbus as long as they replace it with somebody else.
Replacing it with a true Italian hero.
Okay,
And who better than Dom DeLuise?
So Dom DeLuise is your vote for the Italian hero. I love Dom DeLuise, but is there any? Who else? What about?
I will take
Al
off on
Pacino?
Dom DeLuise. What other famous Italian? There's Antonio Meucci, who a lot of people don't know. Antonio Meucci invented the first telephone
There you
in
go.
Italy.
I thought
Yeah,
so. It wasn't Graham Bell, Alexander Graham
No,
Bell.
it wasn't Alexander Graham Bell. It was Antonio Meucci, and he was smart enough to tie two cannoli shells together on a string, and they had conversations.
Did you know that an Italian invented the telephone?
Alexander Graham Bell was Italian?
You see? You see what I'm talking? Antonio Meucci invented the telephone, and he got robbed. Everybody knows that.
The first words ever said on the Italian phone was, "I'd like to order 2 pies, a calzone, make me a couple dozen garlic knots."
All right, so you're fine with
you have Fresca.
you're fine with them with get rid of Columbus Day as long as they replace it with Tom.
If Christopher Columbus is a big friggin' problem to you people, just replace him with an Italian hero. You gotta replace that's. I want a Gindaloon up on top of that perch there. Wherever he is, put a new Gindaloon. Pick somebody else.
If anybody,
I don't care. Pavarotti.
Anybody watching right now, comment in
Caruso,
the comments. Let us know in the comments of some Italian heroes you'd like to see to replace Christopher Columbus on Columbus Day. So we'll keep the same day. You like that date? So
keep the same date, but make it Dom DeLuise Day.
And I love being Italian. La budanza che stravaganza. Pa, 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 pa. Hey.
Pavarotti Day, I don't care.
Pavarotti.
Caruso Day.
The guy who
not somebody like, don't do Don Corleone. Don't be a jokester, because then we're gonna find out what Brando used to do to little sheep. He had a sheep farm, and what he did.
Well, have you vetted Dom DeLuise?
Brando's face on it.
You got to vet Dom DeLuise and look at his past right now.
You know what? I think Dom DeLuise was a good man.
I think he was great, but we don't know.
There were people. A movie that a lot of people don't know about. Gene Wilder's first film that he directed was called Sherlock Holmes' Smarter Brother, and the villain in it is Dom DeLuise, and he is so funny. And I watched it with the commentary, and Gene Wilder said Dom DeLuise was the funniest man he ever worked with. Yeah, make it somebody like that. Make it an Italian comedian, an Italian actor. Somebody who did Antonio Meucci, who invented the phone. It wasn't two cannolis. I'm joking about that. But he did order pizza. That I'm positive about. Come on.
Hi there. This is comedian Christian Finnegan. I just wanted to take a moment and say something just straight from the heart, just, off the top of my head, just something I feel very passionately. Okay, here we go. Make sure you watch Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up on govsradio.com, Facebook Live, and Boxcast every Saturday night at 7 p.m. They're on the TV. Thanks for letting me get that off my chest.
All right. Well, that is our show for the day, Benny. What a fun one it was. Another week in the books. And we're going to get back at it again. And Father's Day is tomorrow. So happy Father's Day to you, Benny.
And a happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you. This is the first Father's Day as a grandfather for me.
As a grandfather, that's so awesome.
It's pretty cool. But what a fun show. I do want to say happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, and enjoy it. Get out there, have some fun. Thanks for watching the show today. I know Saturdays at 7 p.m. are tough, but we appreciate we appreciate the support. Please share and like this video, but also, again, go to our YouTube page, subscribe, and you'll see a whole bunch more stuff that we got cooking. Benny?
Subscribe. You'll love us. You'll love it. A lot of surprise. Subscribe for the surprise. So the Gomer Pyle. Subscribe. Right, Gomer Pyle? Surprise. Shazam.
Yeah. Shazam.
Subscribe. I'm just like some old dude in front of a freaking barber shop.
I just want to say thanks again, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and stay tuned to Govs Radio. Peace, y'all.